your reading. This week it's What's My Soul Avoiding? Card 1 is Akashic Records, clearing old stories, releasing your past lives, and freedom. Card 2 is Solar Light Upgrade, Solar Plexus Chakra, Inner Fire, and Willpower. And card 3 is Shambhala Initiations, Retreating to Recharge, Trusting the Process, and Dharma. So these are your readings. There we go. Which of these 3 cards do you feel drawn to the most? You can pause here to take longer to zone in on your intuition to which one you feel drawn to in today's reading. I will be uploading the 3 videos individually, as always, so just go to my library and find the reading that you're drawn to. Right, without further ado, let's get on with your reading, shall we? Hello everyone, and welcome to your reading. You picked the Akashic Records, clearing old stories, releasing past lives, and freedom. And the title of today's reading is What Are You Avoiding? And it's funny because I was actually having a conversation with someone just the other day about this very issue, about our past lives and clearing old narratives, old stories, karmic bonds that we made in agreement, and also coming to terms with the shadow aspect of the self. It is a difficult thing to do. And I want you to be kind to yourselves and give yourselves permission to be okay with the fact that you've not felt comfortable with looking at those parts of yourself. It is one of the hardest things that we have to do, is come to terms with things that we didn't even do in this life, and yet they keep popping up because it's something we don't even remember doing. It's a bit cray-cray for the old brain pan to have to wrap your mind around it. I mean, I don't know about you, but I've been having dreams of my past lives of late. And it's our way of facing things in our sleep, making it more comfortable for us to process our past life trauma and emotions in a safe space. Because in dreamland, we are processing things, but we're doing it basically in line with our unconscious self, which is our soul. So we aren't having to directly face that in this lifetime. It is a lot to deal with. I mean, even when we have our past life regression, we are lovingly releasing in a hypnotic, calm, safe space. And it is safe and it is calm to do that. And it is needed at this time on planet Earth for each of us, as the loving light beings we are, to start dealing with our shit, basically. And I know it sounds a horrible way of saying it, but it's true. We have a lot of it in our, you know, in our history. But that's not what defines us. We are, first and foremost, aspects of the divine. We are fractals of prime creator energy, which makes us beings of love. We are most beloved when it comes to our parent. And I would say parents because prime creator is both female and masculine energies in total balance with each other. And also being of pure love, so there's no judgment. And it's good to have no judgment when facing the shadow work that you're going to be doing. Don't judge yourself harshly or those around you. It's a place of processing, allowing yourself to go through everything that's happened and then loving release it. So clearing your old stories, releasing past lives. And the most important word on this card, my darlings, is freedom. Be free to be me. That's what you need to say to yourself. I'm free to be me. I'm free to live, to love, to be. And I am not going to carry the trauma that I have had to bear for the rest of my life. I'm going to heal it. I'm going to release it. I'm going to set everyone involved, including myself, most importantly, free. For when you do this, you actually allow yourself to walk away from that situation. It is the most amazing feeling to free yourself from trauma. And it's not an easy thing to do. And we often do the thing of, it's not an emu, it's, you know, that two-legged bird that runs really fast. All birds are two-legged, what am I about? Oh my gosh, you know, the bird that runs really fast, not Roadrunner, not an emu, it's the other one. Oh goodness gracious, I know what I'm on about, but the one that sticks its head in the sand. You don't want to do that, my darlings. No. I can't think of the one I'm on about. This is going so well so far. Yes, look here. Right, the first card. Mental trials and torture. And it is. And the thing is that the situation isn't, but our mental self, our egoic self, which is where, you know, the ego lives in the mind. It is a being of our own making, the ego, built from our own experiences and negative experiences. It is a survival mechanism. And as such, it doesn't want to die either. So it will do all it can to keep you distracted from your true self and perpetuating its existence. And so it was born from the negative, horrible things that happen to you. That's why egos are distasteful, is because they're built from the negative and horrible things that happen to you. And they will mentally torture you and put you through trials and your tribulations because they were built from them. So in order to deal with this, we need to actually start deconstructing that part of ourselves enough to be able to step outside and start seeing the ego for what it truly is. And I love Master Yeshua's description of the egoic mind. The annoying little gnat. It's like this little gnat that's just always going in your head. I always just get my hands in my head and go whack, and it shuts up. I should have done that more often. And it is about training your mind to see the ego as something that is more of a hassle and an inconvenience than something that's going to be of any use and benefit to you where we're going in life. Because we are ascending in our consciousness, and as such, we're becoming what we truly are, and that is beings of love and light. And all the lower vibrational energy that we are clinging onto through fear and anxiety and pain and a refusal to forgive someone, a refusal to move on from a situation, all these things that are dragging us down and holding us and pinning us under the boot, is about releasing that and releasing yourself from it, because you will feel better, and avoiding the situation, because it's whatever this situation is not going to make you feel better. All it's doing, it's going to come back round to bite you in the bum eventually. Whether you deal with it now or deal with it later, you're still going to have to deal with it, my lovelies. And it can, the more time you put between you and facing these issues, the more time it's going to get harder and harder to do it, because you get more and more fearful of facing it. If you rip the plaster off and say, no, I'm going to take this, I'm going to stop being ignorant to my suffering, I'm going to stop being ignorant to the pain, and I'm going to deal with it, and I'm going to face it, and I'm going to heal it, I'm going to work through my trauma. That person that caused it to me is not going to win. I'm not going to give my power away outside of myself to someone else to continually hurt me long after the experience. Oh, no, no, no. I'm going to actually stop it now, because I am still the powerful person in my life. I am the one living my life, and I am capable of freeing myself from anything if I so choose. I survived that situation. I'm still here. I am going to be able to look down into someone's eyes now and say, you'll never do that to me again. And it is about building up your strength and seeing it from a different perspective. So as I said to you before, it's about opening up a way through. It doesn't have to be a big opening. You don't have to go felling down lots of trees to see, the clearing in the woods. All you have to do is find the path for yourself out of your situation and start walking it. And before you know it, you will enjoy the journey, because you will start to feel the differences within yourself and see your external world start changing to match the very progressive internal world that has become you as you grow from releasing all these old patterns and people and trauma and things that you've just not wanted to look at. Because look here, you're at the moment, this is you, and you've built this little mini prison around yourself, and you're tied up in the energetic bonds to all these people, and you're not looking at them. So, and I mean, the meaning for this card, the Eight of Swords, indicates that life provides us with a lot of experience and puts us in situations of intense scrutiny. It foretells that one will get into or has gotten into a difficult situation and needs to start a new struggle. Well, you don't need to struggle. I disagree with that part of this card. No. We do not need to struggle through life. We can make our lives a living misery or a living joy, and it's all about perspective. We are energetic beings, and we can transmute any energy to make it a better situation from the off. It's all about how we choose to face the situation and handle it. Let's see what's the next card. I feel like maybe you have looked at this before and you've tried it once or twice to fix things within you and it's not happened, and you're like, well, I've already looked at this situation. I just thought, well, I can't be bothered because nothing's changing. I've tried applying methods to help me and nothing's helped me, and I'm still in the same situation. So what have you got now to say for yourself, tarot reader? And you know, it's not, it is not about, it is not about forcing a situation. Forcing something within the self or within other people is not going to help. It's not going to work that way. You have to sort of be kind to yourself and allow for time and space and patience and continual perseverance. I do remember I said to you like a while ago about shadow work and how long it can take. It's not an overnight wonder. It's not a 1, 2, 3 and done. It is a process, and it's an emotional process. So instead of listening to the ego who's saying, well, you can't do it, you might as well just leave it, and just no, I'll put it off because that's not going to work, that's not going to happen, you're not worth it, that's not worth it, oh, no, that ego will eat you up on the inside, and your brain will constantly be rattling with negativity. Why? Because you're focusing on it. Where you put your focus is where you put your power. So focus on positivity, and every time you see yourself drifting back to old thoughts and old patterns, check yourself before you wreck yourself again and say, no, this time I'm going to make things stick. I'm going to make things work. I'm going to actually keep working on healing. And I don't care how many times I've got to go back and look at things. I'm going to change myself and my situation for the better, because I am a powerful creator. I can do this. I can be whatever I want to be in life. I was given that. It's my birthright. I'm a creator being, a creator of intense power and passion and motivation. And I'm going to find myself and love myself for who I am, because I'm great just the way I am. And no one's going to tell me any different, including myself. And I know that you feel at the moment that you've been feeling helpless and you have a loss of trust in people and in situations and in yourself, and you've not been wanting to look at any of those feelings or that situation, and you've been faking it till you make it and just doing what's necessary in life, and just paddling on the hamster wheel of life and not really thinking about those things. If I don't think about it, I don't have to deal with it. If I don't look over there, it's not there. Is that a good use of your life, when you could actually free yourself from the need to be on a hamster wheel of drudgery, and you could actually free your mind and allow for the life that you've always dreamed of and feel free and healed within? So therefore it's a thing of joy and love and peace and harmony within the self, and the people around you, you don't have that suspicion about or feel uncertain of, because you've dealt with those things in the past and you've dealt with those issues within the self. Shadow work is so amazingly important, and I think that you're going to benefit from it when you start closing the book. See, there's the book here on your life. When you start closing the book on old chapters, turning that page and making a new life and deciding that today's the day I'm going to start from, And there's no judgment, my love. I'm not judging you. I've been there many a time, and I'm still going through my issues and my challenges on some levels. But I think that's the thing, is we're all a work in progress, and it's perfectly okay to be a human being that needs time and space. Because you see here, it's betrayal. I mean, look how many swords he's got in his back. At some point, you, number ones, have felt seriously betrayed, and you've not had that chance to feel real love, apart from maybe one or two family members that really got you. You've always felt insecure about that, and you've it's almost as though there are several energies I'm picking up here. There are the ones who feel the need to people please and show the kindness and the charity, and because you want to keep those people in your life, and you feel that if you don't give and give and give, they're going to leave. And then I feel there's the other side of the coin here as well, and it is though you shut yourself down in some parts of you because of the hurts that you've had. And I'm feeling a bit sick. So I think whatever happened was pretty dark for you. And I don't know why I keep seeing circles. I keep seeing circles. Probably the light from my light. I've got this massive light and it's got circles. I keep blinking. I keep seeing circles. Ugh. But it is, I mean, we could take that and say, like, it is about coming full circle on that journey and closing the book on it, starting a new chapter and saying, right, I need to get to know myself and love myself as I am. Self-love is key in my journey, and I can't avoid having to go where pain has not been healed, because I need to go through that to heal it and let it go. Yes, you've been hurt, but not everyone is going to hurt you, and things can actually change. And as I always say, when we heal our inside and love ourselves, the outside world always changes to match, because we are the creators of our world. And so the energy that you start bringing out is going to be the authentic self, the original self, and you're not going to take crap from people, and you'll see the ones that are bad come in. Why? Because you've been through that and you've dealt with it. And instead of drawing more of the same to you, you'll repel it, because you'll be like, no, I'm not, I've dealt with that. I see you. I know what you are. And I don't need that in my life. Thank you. I lovingly repel you from my life, but you'll find that eventually people just they won't be in your life anymore. Once you've healed yourself, those people aren't around. And the people that are for you are the ones that you meet. Yeah, I think really these cards have been all about the challenges and what you've not been wanting to see. Um, Inability to get through difficulties, not using full potential of rational, scientific, systematic, or logical thinking. As a result, the objectivity was compromised. It's a bit of a very oh, my brain's not working today. I wish it was. That's two words now we have lost. But it's a very cold way of looking at things, when really it is about not being able to see the wood for the trees, because we have some sort of need or want to have something within us healed. But those particular behaviors that we're doing are the ones that are bringing the worst situations to us. And we need to change ourselves to stop that from happening. so that the right situations can come in our lives as well instead. And the advice for you here is introspection, which is what we're talking about in this reading. And it's about when contemplating the shadow, be honest, but also be kind to yourselves, number ones. It is really about, at this time, making the best and kindest and loving decisions for you. Just be, don't be heavy on yourself. Be as kind and loving and open with yourself as you can, and don't push yourself too hard with it, and allow for the healing to happen naturally over time. And I would say if you are trying to find the one for you romantically at this moment in time, I wouldn't, not right now. I would wait until you've done your shadow work, because when we've got a lot of things we're not dealing with, putting someone else in the mix with that is not always fair on that person. Do you know what I mean? It's better to heal the self and love the self first, and then you can love another person fully and wholly, and know that all the behaviors that you may have done, you won't do, because you are comfortable and confident and able to let that person have their freedom and have their own, life. You're not going to be wanting to change them or dominate them or keep them at arm's length and do the opposite. It's going to be a 50-50 equal relationship, because you've done your shadow work and you're raising up your vibration to a level where you can harmonize with someone, rather than being in a lower vibration and not being able to get into a harmonic relationship where it's beautiful and flowing, rather than arguments and accusations and suspicions. And we don't need that. I mean, and here, resistance. We are talking about what you're avoiding, and look what card came out. Resistance. Do not resist the path laid out for you. Everything has a purpose. It does. Everything does have a purpose. We are beings with a mission. We come here with a life plan of things we want to be and see and do and have, and on our path. It's not just knock you on the head with a silly stick and then there is no plan or way through. You have agreements with people and situations, but there is the work we have to do within the self on that journey. So don't be resistant to change and to working through these issues, because once you do, you'll so thank yourself for the rest of eternity if you can deal with everything that you've got to deal with in this life. Why keep coming back and coming back and coming back to a lower vibration? Oops, sorry. If you can change it right here, right now in this life. Creativity and vastness. We have number 41. Let's have a look what it says in the angel book for 41. The angels ask you to keep very positive thoughts, as everything you say and think is manifesting into form rapidly. As I said, we are creators, so we're manifesting our life in every moment. And as we move towards the fifth dimensional state of being in our consciousness, we manifest more rapidly. Creativity and vastness. The cosmos. I love this card. Isn't it beautiful? I was thinking Noah Fielding. Hello, on the moon. But it is beautiful. And there's a comet at the moment in our solar system as well. It's just so beautiful. And we've just had the full moon, the wolf moon, one of my favourites. Just beautiful. So remember, you are the manifester of your environment. Everything is coming through you. It's not happening to you, it's through you. And so there is always room to change anything that you don't like in your life. And you can do it. You have the power. You are not stuck. And you are not a victim. You are a supreme being of immense love and freedom. And so allow yourself to feel and be what you need to be in this life. And Spirit's saying, I am talking to you. Oh, I love this card too. Just lovely cards you've got in your pile. Spirit communication and paying attention. And you have got to look like a hawk for the signs and symbols, because heaven is talking to you. Spirit is talking to you all the time. And we often get, like I was having a moan today going, nobody's talking to me, nothing's happening. But in truth, that's not the truth. In truth, they do. And it's just in this realm, things are very different. But I have communication all the time as a spiritual medium. I don't not talk to spirit. It's just different and it's not what I'm used to. And I'm still trying to get used to it. Let's look at number 11, shall we? Stay positive. This is the message from Spirit. Stay positive. Your thoughts are materializing rapidly. Oh, wow. So we've got 2 cards about manifestation here. If you want to ensure positive outcomes by focusing only on good within yourself, others, and this situation. Let me read that again. Stay positive. Your thoughts are materializing rapidly. So you want to ensure positive outcomes by focusing only on the good within yourself, others, and this situation, which is true. Look for the light within. And I know it's difficult. It's very difficult down here to see that we are all loving light beings, especially when someone's being a right pain in the old. But look in their eyes and see that every one of them is God. Every one of them has light shining from within. I wouldn't stare into their eyes for a long time. They would probably trip. That would probably make anyone really awkward. But you can see that there is beauty and glowing light that shines from every single person. Down here on Earth, yes, Desert Prince comes to say, yeah, it does feel like survival of the fittest, and you know, we do have to face false promises and feeling like we are, being fed a lot of all the time, and what's the point, and the negativity starts and you start to get into that negative speak spiral that pulls you down and pulls you off your course and off your center. But in truth, I believe that we all, if we sat and centered ourselves and listened to our heart and were quiet just a little bit longer, and we just sat and we were focused, we would feel at peace. And I don't think anything can shake that peace, really. It's the unshakable foundation that is the prime creator within. We all have it. I mean, it's all now about finding it, but in order to find it and to get out of this fear mode, this survival mode, this feeling like you've been cheated when no one's cheated. We come here with an intent as a soul, and it is for us to then find and navigate our best way through. But we can only be responsible and accountable for ourselves and our own voices and deeds. And I think that as long as we focus on those things, we can change our narrative from one of false promises and just feeling like we're in survival mode to actually thriving and doing more than surviving and having promises fulfilled left, right, and center. Because the one that's doing the fulfillment is you. And I always say that. Don't put expectations on other people. You'll always be disappointed. You know, it's just one of those things that you can only really be accountable for yourself. And Spirit's saying, look, go back to basics, coccyx, base chakra. Sorry, that was really bad humor. Choose only positive thoughts to describe your home, career, and finances, as your words determine your outcome. And it's true, the words are the most important thing. When you speak, there is power in the spoken word, much beyond what people believe. It is actually bringing into creation an energy a sound. It's just like the sounds and the sound waves and the intent that you put behind the words. Everything has power beyond anything that you think it has. We used to just unconsciously just chat like all day long, not think about it. The more awake you become, the more aware you will be of your words and how they impact, and the impact you can have on the world around you as these words come through you and out into the world. Now, I actually spoke to the archangels and asked them for some messages for you, and Archangel Raphael came through. He said, you are blessed to attract this angel card, for Archangel Raphael brings you health, healing, and abundance. He will help you to develop your intuition and inner vision. Call on him if you need help with these areas now. He also protects travelers during journeys, so this is a fortuitous card if you're about to travel. If you are a healer or wish to be one, Archangel Raphael will direct pure divine energy to you. He works on the green ray of healing and balance, so visualize yourself surrounded by a clear green light and invoke his guidance. Your affirmation is, I am happy, healthy, and abundant. And final message from the archangels is, this is an opportunity. See this, looking at the thing you've been avoiding, and see it as an opportunity for growth. We are all presented with opportunities and are expected to flow with the currents that come our way. Drawing this angel card suggests that something is now being made available to you, and it is up to you to use your greatest advantage. Be alert, be aware, and be prepared. You can, of course, make your own opportunities. If you knock on enough doors, one will inevitably be open to you. So you are also reminded to persevere, for it may be that a door which was previously locked has now been opened a crack. Quieten your mind and ask the angels to help you. And your final affirmation, I am ready for all opportunities. And you will be. You're going to rock. You're going to face the things that you have not been facing, and you are going to ace it. Have confidence, belief in yourself. No matter what this issue is, you are going to do so well. You just need to change your perspective, and all things will come to you. Thank you so much, Pile Ones. This has been your reading today. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please take what resonates and leave the rest, because it will be for someone else in the reading. I upload every Monday at 7 p.m. I hope you will join me again for the next card reading. Until then, please leave me a like. If you feel like you'd like to stick around, then please, I would love to have you. Subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon, and I'll see you next week. Bye, number ones. Have a good week.